All right, welcome to Financial Frames. Today, we're going to talk about a dangerous mental shortcut, a glitch in our thinking that affects every single investor out there, whether you know it or not. We're going to break down exactly how your own brain might be tricking you into making some really bad bets. So let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a stock, and then, almost like magic, all you see is good news about it? Suddenly, every headline, every article, every comment you read seems to scream, you made a brilliant choice. Well, that feeling, it's not a coincidence. And it's definitely not magic. It's a glitch in your brain's programming. Think of these cognitive biases as predictable, hardwired flaws that can lead us towards some seriously poor financial decisions. So let's put a name to this glitch. We're talking about your brain's biggest blind spot when it comes to investing. This blind spot is called confirmation bias. And what's so wild is how simple the definition is, but how massive its impact can be. It's just our natural human tendency to look for, interpret, and remember information that confirms what we already believe. You see, you're not intentionally ignoring bad news. Your brain is quietly doing it for you. And here is where it gets really expensive. When it comes to investing, this means that as soon as you own a stock, the moment you're financially committed, your brain starts filtering your reality. It puts all the positive news under a spotlight and conveniently shoves any negative, contradictory info into the shadows. You end up feeling way too confident, thinking nothing can possibly go wrong. But this isn't just a personal problem anymore. In our hyper-connected world, this individual glitch gets amplified into something much, much bigger, the financial echo chamber. Yeah, today, this isn't just a personal glitch happening in a vacuum. Our online world, especially social media and forums, has basically supercharged this bias. The very design of these platforms, with their algorithms and social networks, creates the perfect breeding ground for confirmation bias to go viral. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but is this really that big of a deal? Well, we have the data. So let's look at some cold, hard proof of the problem. Researchers took a deep dive into the behavior of 400,000 users on the investor social network StockTwits. And we're not talking about a small sample size here. This was a massive look into how real investors actually behave. And what they found was kind of stunning. The self-described bullish investors, the optimists, were 5 times more likely to follow another user who was also bullish on that exact same stock. I mean, think about that. They were actively choosing to only listen to people who already agreed with them. So what does this actually do to what they see every day? Well, over a 50-day period, the average bull saw 62 times more bullish messages than a bear did. And meanwhile, that bear saw 24 times fewer bullish messages. They were living in completely different information universes, curated not by objective facts, but by their own biases. The result is this powerful echo chamber where your beliefs just get reinforced over and over and are never, ever challenged. And here's the real kicker. The study was crystal clear that this behavior is directly linked with lower investment returns. It's not just a theory, it's costing people real money. So this brings up a tough question for all of us. I mean, take an honest look at your own social media feeds, your own research habits. Do you really think your portfolio is immune to this? Look, breaking free from these mental traps isn't automatic. It's a skill, and it's one you have to actively build. If you're getting value out of this and you want to keep building that skill set, the best way to support what we do here at Financial Frames is to just hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers just like this one. It really helps us keep making them. Okay, so now for the part you've been waiting for. How do we actually fight back? Let's talk about building your mental armor against these biases. For confirmation bias, the antidote sounds simple, but trust me, it's hard to do in practice. You have to actively seek out disconfirming evidence. That means instead of looking for all the reasons you're right, you have to rigorously search for all the reasons you might be wrong. The other biases on this chart, like herding and anchoring, are also super important, but mastering this one is the first most crucial step. Knowing the biases is step 1. But step 2 is building a system that makes you resistant to them by default. Let's look at some practical tools you can use. This is one of the most powerful techniques out there. It's called the pre-mortem analysis, and it completely flips the script. Before you even click buy, you have to imagine it's a year from now and the investment has totally failed. It's a complete disaster. Then you write down every single possible reason why it failed. This forces you to confront the worst-case scenario head-on. And there are even more tools for your armor. You can do devil's advocate research, where you literally try to build the strongest possible argument against your own idea. Or keep an investment journal so you can see your thought process and emotional state later on. You can use structured checklists so you don't skip crucial steps. And finally, you can present your thesis to a trusted peer and basically ask them to poke holes in it. The goal is to build a process that values being challenged over being comfortable. So why go through all this trouble? Because in a world that is just flooded with hype and noise, this kind of discipline becomes your greatest investment edge. And let's end with this powerful quote from investor Cliff Asness. He said, "People don't hear counter opinions, they hear their own. In markets, that can lead to some really weird price action." This just perfectly captures the danger. The echo chamber doesn't just feel good, it actively distorts the market, creating huge risks for those trapped inside it. The echo chamber is real, and it is actively shaping financial markets every single day. So my question for you is this. After watching this, what is the first dissenting opinion you'll seek out today to challenge one of your own core investment beliefs?